to get to his son's basketball game, so let's be quick.
Well, our seniors, senior day is always hard for me, really hard for me, because it means I got to let go of some kids that we've asked a lot of and been hard on and pushed, but that we love. And I'll tell you, these two guys, Nate and Tony, have impacted my life, and it's just about basketball. It's just not. They're just great young men. Their parents just did a great job raising them, and they impacted our whole team. And they really helped in the basketball side. But they certainly helped lift our program to a different level, and hopefully we can stay there. But it's more about the kind of people they are and that they will be in the future, regardless of what they do and where they go. We know they'll have great impacts, and it's hard for me to let them go. But I've done this a lot, and before the game it was hard. It was really hard for me to talk to the team because I love these two guys, and I know that we're not done, but we're getting close to being done, and that's hard for me.
Tell me about the game.
The game was, as you would expect, it was a grind. They never give you anything easy. They're good. They're good. I heard somebody comment say, "Well, they're good at what they do," and I said, "No, they're good. They're just good." That's all there is to it. Western's good. Jim does a great job. He's a class guy, and they have good players, and they're tough. Because they're tough kids, and he coaches them that way. And so they give you nothing easy. We weren't very good defensively in the second half. We were in the first half. We shooting 29%, and we're up 6. I felt pretty good. I knew we'd loosen up offensively. I just didn't realize we'd be as bad defensively in the second half. But we made enough plays offensively to win the game.
Questions for Coach?
Coach, Nate was fired up, telling the crowd to get into it and fist bump, and
Yeah,
Chad
that's a lot for him.
Well, but then Chad hits that 3, and you upstage him with your move. What came over you there?
Most of the time I try to keep my cool, but that was probably the real me coming out right there. So I was just proud of Chad and happy for our team, and sometimes I don't try to show everybody the real me, but that was probably the real me showing up right there.
Did you have a sense, regardless how, did you just have a confidence in this game, knowing the stakes, knowing how fired up the crowd and your guys are going to be, and the emotion, or did that worry you at all?
I don't know, Terry. I'm a negative guy. I'm not telling you anything you don't know. Every team I look at that we play, I can't. I'm seriously wondering how we're ever going to get them stopped and how we're going to score on them. And I've said this before. I think that's why I'm able to prepare our team for everybody, because I look at everybody the same way, and I can't. It doesn't matter who we play. I just am wondering, can we win this basketball game? And so, sometimes, like in a game like this, I knew our kids would be ready. And the biggest key was playing well Thursday night, I think, for us to walk into this game.
Just talk about Heemstra and how he was just huge for us.
Tremendous. The one thing he enables us to do, he kind of opens up our offense because he won't go post as much as Tony, and he's a tremendous passer. And we're able to do some other things offensively that we don't get done with Tony. He's not as heavy as Tony, as strong as Tony, so defensively he can get pushed around, but I thought he did a great job on Parks when he was in there. But offensively, he opens up our offense a little bit, and I thought that helped us having him in the game.
Anything else?
Could you just talk about, there were a couple moments where
You're in a hurry, aren't you?
Got stuff to do.
where it looked like Nate kind of really took over and he made consecutive plays.
When we recruited Nate, the one thing we knew about him was that he was a big player in big moments, and I think that's what we liked about him the most. And we saw it so many times, and that stuff just doesn't go away. He loves that moment. It's not a selfish thing. It's just he just knows, he has so much confidence in his ability because he puts so much time in the gym, and he has, over the years consistently made huge plays in big moments, and that's why, I wasn't crazy about our offense today. There's a lot of standing around, and his hands and we're just kind of watching him play. And I don't necessarily like that, but you know, sometimes we just have to go with it that way and let him play.
And then your thoughts on, you know, essentially you can keep control of your own destiny as far as the conference goes, but you don't play again in the league for a couple weeks.
And I told the players that again, this wasn't a championship game. You know, it's going to go a ways in saying who's the champion, but this wasn't the championship game. It's not over. We have very important games to play next week. You know, because we know in our league that one team's going into the NCAA tournament, and so every game that we play is important. Because if something happens and we don't make it to that, we want to set ourselves up for any other kind of postseason play that might be out there. And so every game's important to us in terms of our postseason play, and that's how we'll face it. But you know, we play these 2 non-conference games that will be tough games for us on the road, and then we have to go to Omaha and get ourselves prepared, which we know will be a big game for them and it'll be a big game for us. But this wasn't the championship game.
You thank the crowd even before you thank the seniors tonight. Your thoughts on them this season?
Man, they were tonight. I mean, you know, I've been in here a long time, and I've probably heard it that loud, but I don't remember. I mean, it was loud. It was loud, and they were awesome. And you know, our kids gave them enough to yell about. But you know, I mean, like with Western, I mean, our crowd, like even last year, I mean, our crowd like helps pull us through those things because Western really makes you work and can force you into bad body language and frustration and. You know, our crowd really helped us, and you know, I mean, it's a big reason why we have a long streak here.
Anything else? All right, thank you, Coach.